You have
It's
it.
500.110.8, security requirements for delivery. And let me,
Yeah, if you get page number 65.
86.
Thank you. Do I have any Commissioner title?
I'm going to let Commissioner McBride introduce it, and then I'm going to read the change.
So as the agency vested with subject matter jurisdiction over the legal regulation of a product that's so widely produced and sold illegally, we depend on a good relationship with law enforcement. Our regulations, and particularly our security regulations, reflect this. We have provisions in our regulations that require licensees to share and update their security plans with law enforcement, report incidents that implicate public safety or diversion to law enforcement, and grant access to the video that the controlling statute 94G and our regulations require marijuana establishments to take. Here, we are faced with the challenge of balancing public safety concerns like robberies that the use of body cameras are intended to deter with individuals' privacy. So it's in the spirit of trying to balance that Commissioner Title and I have worked on language together. That does not constrain law enforcement from responding and obtaining video in emergency situations, while also responding to constituencies we heard from that are apprehensive about impingement on their privacy.
So this would add a new number. I do?
I got it.
And can you just be precise, if you wouldn't mind, are you proposing replacing B4 with this language, or what exactly are you proposing?
No, so I'm proposing adding a new section.
Commissioner Doyle?
So if you look at the existing draft, it has items 1 through 6. So this would add a new number 6, and it would make the existing number 6 a number 7.
Okay, so between numbers 5 and 6 currently, you would insert that you're proposing inserting this language?
Yes.
Thank you.
And Commissioner McBride and I both believe this reflects the policy that we already discussed.
So in what you just circulated, 6A and 6B is what you're talking about?
Yes.
That's a change. Okay, thank you. Would you just give us a chance to all read this?
Sure.
Mr. Chairman, can I have another copy, please?
You didn't have a copy?
No, Sean needs a copy.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I'd like to read it up
Yeah,
loud.
I
as
just
well.
want to give everybody a chance to, everybody have a chance to read through it? Go ahead, Commissioner Cottle.
A delivery-only licensee or a marijuana establishment with a delivery endorsement shall not share or disclose any portion of the information or video footage collected as the result of the use of a body camera pursuant to 935 CMR 500.110.8b to any third party not explicitly authorized by these regulations to have access to that video footage, except that a licensee or marijuana establishment required by these regulations to retain video footage pursuant to that section shall make video footage available to a law enforcement officer acting in his or her official capacity pursuant to a validly issued court order or search warrant demonstrating probable cause. Nothing herein shall prohibit law enforcement from performing a constitutionally valid search or seizure, including but not limited to circumstances that present an imminent danger to safety and other exceptional or emergency circumstances where time or opportunity to apply for a warrant is lacking.
Thank you, Commissioner Title. I want to thank both Commissioner Title and Commissioner McBride for working. This is a really hard issue, I know. There are a lot of different perspectives on this, so I really appreciate your hard work and for your job. Are there any comments or questions for either Commissioner Title or Commissioner McBride on this? I think this requires a motion in the vote, so can I ask please for a motion to insert this language into this section?
So moved.
Can I have a second, please?
Second.
Let the record show that Commissioner Title made the motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner McBride. All in favor?
Aye.
Let the record show the Commission has approved the insertion of this language into regulations. Thank you very much for your hard work. Appreciate it. So before I move on, we are still in section 110, security requirements for marijuana establishments. Are there any other issues or comments? Commissioner Tuttle?
I'm sorry, can we go back to
No,
operational?
no, we're done with that, sorry. What section would you like to go back to, Commissioner Tuttle? You're damaging my...
Page 64. So this is in regards to the disclosure requirements that we discussed last meeting for concentrates and extracts on labeling. And there were some changes since the last draft, which I'm fine with. I just want to add
First of all, what's the word you'd like to add, and then read where you'd like to insert it, please?
so the volume, I just want to add back the word specific so that on a label, terpenes would not be adequate. It would be specific terpenes that would need to be
And
listed.
specific terpenes is what you're proposing.
Just the word specific, yep.
Are there any questions or concerns about that? So noted. Would you like to direct us back to any of the previous section?
Not at this time,
Thank
Mr.
you.
Chairman.
Okay, again, are we done with .110 security requirements for marijuana establishments?
Yes.
Okay, then .120 additional operational requirements for indoor and outdoor marijuana cultivators. .130 additional operational requirements for marijuana product manufacturers. .140 additional operational requirements for retail sale. .141 additional operational requirements for marijuana social consumption establishments. .145 additional operational requirements for delivery of marijuana and marijuana products to consumers.
Mr.
Commissioner
Chair.
McBride?
So I think that
Just give us a reference to this.
Sure. So I don't have the page number, but it's 500.1451 J and K.
Okay, go ahead, please.
If I could, I think it was page 104 or thereabouts. The issue here is that I think that in the drafting here, the intention of having marijuana establishments that have a delivery-only license or a delivery endorsement, having them comply with the safe cash handling component of the security regulations, where it was conflated with the manner that might be in the vehicle as a result of the transactions. So I want to separate these sections and amend the language so that it reads J, every effort shall be made to minimize the amount of cash carried in a delivery-only retail vehicle at any one time. Marijuana retailers utilizing a delivery-only license or a marijuana establishment with a delivery endorsement for consumer transactions shall use best efforts to implement platforms for the electronic payment of funds. Cash shall be stored in a locked compartment as required by 500.1452H. So that refers to the requirement below that there be a lockbox in the with the requirements of 500.1107 for purposes of cash transport to financial institutions. That component was listed in J above, and I think that that
Right.
was confusing. So I'm just separating them out. It doesn't change that language at
No,
all.
I think insert that language and vote on that as part of the final regulation, so thank you for that. Anything else in .145, additional operational requirements for delivery of marijuana and marijuana products to consumers? Okay. .150 marijuana products. .170 municipal requirements. .200 counties of Dukes County and Nantucket. .300 complaints process. .302 compliance examination. Purchase for purpose of investigative testing, i.e. the secret shopper program. Efficiency statements. .320 plans of correction. .321 administrative hold. .330 limitation of sales. .335 removal and prohibition of marijuana and marijuana products. .340 quarantine order. .350 cease and desist order and summary suspension order. .360 fines. .370 order to show cause of application for licensure. .415 void marijuana establishment license. .450 marijuana establishment license grounds for suspension, revocation, and denial of renewal applications. .500 hearings and appeals of actions on licenses. .800 background check suitability standard for licensure and registration. .801 suitability standard for licensure. .802 suitability standard for registration of marijuana establishment agent. .803 suitability standard for registration. 20 confidentiality. .830 petitions for the adoption, amendment, and repeal of regulations. .840 non-conflict with other laws. .850 waivers. .860 notice. .900 severability. I'm going to give everybody the last chance to go back to any section. That's the last section. So if there's anything else before I ask for a motion? I'm sorry for looking at you, Commissioner Tyler. Anybody else? Okay, I just want to make sure that I've got this complete in my notes. The things that we've changed to the draft that I'm going to ask for a motion to approve are fees for a delivery for micro businesses getting a delivery certification, the insertion of the word specific with respect to terpenes and the labeling requirement, the language that we've already approved and voted on by Commissioner Title and Commissioner McBride on cameras, and then the clarification on cash handling requirements for marijuana delivery as articulated by Commissioner McBride. Is there anything else that we talked about? Okay, then I would like to ask for a motion, please, to approve the regulations 935 CMR 500 for adult use of marijuana the draft as in front of all of us, subject to the 4 changes that we just discussed. A second, please.
Second.
Let the record show that Commissioner Title made the motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner Doyle. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed?
Nay.
Let the record show that the commission approved the draft regulations, or this draft regulation subject to the changes that we just described, with a vote of 4 in favor. Commissioners Title, I'd like to move on to 935 CMR 501, which is medical use of marijuana. We'll go through the same process, section by section, and again, I'd like to keep the scope to either things that were changed in this draft based on our conversations of 10 days ago, or other errors that were discovered during the course of the review that each of the commissioners did. So let's start with, again, I'm not going to repeat 501. Starting with .001 focus. .005 fees. .006 registration of certifying physicians. .007 registration of certified nurse practitioners. .008 registration of certifying physician assistants. .010 written certification of a debilitating medical condition for a qualifying patient. .015 temporary and annual registration of qualifying patients. .020 temporary and annual registration of personal caregivers. .021 registration of caregiving institutions. .022 registration of institutional caregivers. .025 responsibilities of caregivers. .027 hardship cultivation registration. .029 registration of independent testing laboratory agents. .30 .031 denial of a registration card or hardship cultivation registration. .032 revocation of a registration card or hardship. .033 void registration cards. .034 revocation of a certifying healthcare provider. .035 void certifying physician registration. .050 medical marijuana treatment centers. .100 application for licensing of medical marijuana treatment centers. .102 action on applications. Dot 104, notification and approval of changes. Dot 105, general operational requirements for medical marijuana treatment centers.
Mr. Chairman.
I'm sorry, was that Commissioner Doyle?
Yep.
Please go ahead and give us a reference if you could, and a page number would even be more greatly appreciated.
Page 53,
Thank you.
subsection 4B6. I would like to hold this
Could you
amendment.
give me a second, please?
Sure.
Thank you. Page 53, subsection which?
It's 4B6. It begins advertising, marketing.
Okay, got it.
Could we please hold this particular amendment for further study to the next regulatory round?
Are there any comments, questions on this? So the section you're suggesting that we hold for the next regulatory round is all marketing, advertising, and branding produced by or on behalf of an MTC, so forth and so forth. Is that the section?
I believe it is advertising, marketing, and branding through certain identified promotional items as determined by the Commission, including but not limited to gifts, giveaways, coupons, or free or donated marijuana, except that the foregoing shall not apply to financial hardship programs approved pursuant to 935 CMR.
Thank you. Just speak a little bit.
I'm not clear on what's meant by holding. Are we removing that section?
Yes.
She's proposing to remove it from the...
For the moment.
From this draft that we'll vote on. If you have any questions, or anybody, any questions? Or I think then this is substantive enough for a vote. So can I have a motion, please?
I move to remove subsection 6. Everything else.
Okay.
And we may revisit this in the regulatory round, but for the moment, I propose we move the text of 105 4B6.
Second.
Thank you. Let the record show that the motion was made by Commissioner Doyle, seconded by Commissioner McBride. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record show the Commission unanimously approved the motion. Thank you, Commissioner. Requirements for medical marijuana treatment centers. Are there other?
Yes.
Yes, Commissioner Tuttle.
Can I propose the same addition of the word specific?
Sure. Just give me a section.
Page 55, 501.105, 5C, labeling of marijuana concentrates and extracts. Sub number 6.
5C6. Got it. So specific, put in the word specific before terpenes, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. Got that. Still on dot 105, anything else on general operational requirements for medical marijuana treatment centers? Okay. Dot 110, security requirements for medical marijuana treatment centers? Dot 120, additional operational requirements for cultivation, acquisition, and distribution of marijuana? Dot 130, additional operational requirements for handling and testing marijuana and for production of MIPS. Dot 140, additional operational requirements for patient sales. Dot 145, home delivery. Are there any similar issues on this, Commissioner McBride? Okay, so dot 145, home delivery. Dot 150, edible marijuana products. Dot 160, testing of marijuana and marijuana products. Dot 170, municipal requirements. Dot 200, counties of Dukes County and Nantucket. Dot 300, complaints process. Dot 301, inspection and compliance. Dot 30. Dot 303, unannounced purchase for purpose of investigative testing, i.e. the secret shopper program. Dot 310, deficiency statements. Dot 320, plans of correction. Dot 321, administrative hold. Dot 330, limitation of sales. Dot 335, removal and prohibition of marijuana and marijuana products. Dot 340, for quarantine order. Dot 350, cease and desist order and summary suspension order. Dot 360, fines. Dot 370, orders to show cause. Dot 400, medical marijuana treatment center license grounds for denial of application of licensure. Dot 415, Boyd medical marijuana treatment center license. Dot 450, medical marijuana treatment center registration or license grounds for suspension, revocation, and denial of renewal applications. Dot 500, hearings and appeals of actions on registration or licenses. Dot 800, background check suitability standard for licensure and registration. Dot 801, suitability standard for licensure. Dot 802, suitability standard for registration as a medical marijuana treatment center agent. Dot 803, suitability standard for registration as a laboratory agent. Dot 820, confidentiality. Dot 830, petitions for adoption, amendment, or repeal of regulations. Dot 840, non-conflict with other law. Dot 850, waivers. Dot 860, notice. Dot 900, severability. Before I ask for a motion, are there anything that we missed, any sections that anybody would wish to go back to? Okay. Then I would like to ask for a motion to approve this draft of the regulations with two changes. One is the addition of the word specific in front of terpenes in the section referred to by Commissioner Title, and then two, to remove the language of section referenced by Commissioner Doyle, leaving the numbering system in place. Is that the right legal, what's the right legal phrase for leaving the numbering system in place?
That's fine.
That's fine. So I'd like to ask for a motion then to approve the language, or approve the draft, subject to those two changes, and of course giving staff the authority to make ministerial changes as necessary, and submit this to the Secretary of State. Can I have such a motion, please?
So moved.
Second.
Let the record show that Commissioner Doyle made a motion to approve, seconded by Commissioner Flanagan. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Let the record show that the commission unanimously approved. Repeat my thanks to commissioners, but to our staff. And while clearly this process was led by the legal staff, I'm really grateful to their leadership in this. Pretty much all of our staff participated in this, bringing their subject matter expertise and the experience and learning from the last 2 years to the table to create what I think is a really strong draft set of regulations for both adult use and medical. So thanks to the entire team for that. I am not aware of any other items before the commission. So please correct me, Chief of Staff. October 10th, Western New England School of Law in Springfield. Is that correct? Thank you very much. Commissioner Doyle, all in favor?
Aye.
Let the record show we are adjourned. Thank you.